Ladies and gentlemen, let me remind you today of the incredible power that resides within you. You were not created to be ordinary, to settle for mediocrity, or to accept a mindset that says this is just how life is. No, you were designed for greatness. But let me tell you, greatness doesn't just happen, it requires work, persistence, and above all, a strong mindset. When life throws challenges your way, and believe me, you have a choice. You can shrink back, let fear and doubt take control, or you can rise up, force yourself to grow, and build a mindset so strong that no obstacle can shake it. You see, a strong mindset isn't something you're born with, it's something you cultivate, something you train. It's like a muscle unused, it will weaken. But when you challenge it, when you push through discomfort, it grows. Every setback, every disappointment, every no you hear is not a sign to give up. It's an opportunity to dig deep, to remind yourself that the power to persevere is already within you. It's in how you speak to yourself when no one else is around. It's in how you respond when the world says you can't. And let me tell you, the way you think, the way you see yourself will either limit you or launch you. You have to make up your mind that no matter what comes, you will not quit. When you wake up in the morning, don't wait to see how you feel. Don't wait to see if the motivation shows up. You tell yourself, I'm getting up, I'm putting in the effort, I'm moving forward. Because motivation is fleeting, but discipline is the key. Discipline says, I will do it even when I don't feel like it, and discipline will build that unshakable mindset. Every successful person you admire has faced moments of doubt. They've faced moments where giving up seemed easier. But the difference is they chose to force themselves to keep going. They chose to feed their minds with thoughts of victory, not defeat. They didn't let fear dictate their actions. And neither should you. You have to train your mind to see possibilities, even in the face of impossibilities. When the world says you're not enough, you say, watch me when fear whispers, this is too hard, you respond. Hard doesn't mean impossible. And when doubt tells you you can't, you declare, I already have what it takes. Stop waiting for perfect conditions. Stop waiting for everything to align just right. The time to act is now. Start where you are with what you have and build from there. Force yourself to think bigger, to dream wider, to believe deeper. Because the truth is, your mind will believe what you repeatedly tell it. So feed it with thoughts of strength, determination, and unwavering faith. Your mindset is your greatest weapon. It's what will carry you through the storms, what will help you turn setbacks into setups for your next breakthrough. It's what will separate you from the crowd. So decide today that you will not let excuses, fear, or failure hold you back. Decide that you will rise above, that you will push through, and that you will become the person you were always meant to be. Keep pressing forward, keep believing, and watch how your mindset transforms your life. The best version of you is already within you. Now go out and claim it. And as you step into this process of building a stronger mindset, understand this, it won't always feel comfortable. Growth never does. When you challenge yourself to think differently, to act differently, to push beyond what feels safe, your mind will resist. It will whisper lies of inadequacy, scream doubts of failure, and try to convince you to retreat to what's familiar. But familiar is not where breakthroughs happen. Familiar is not where champions are made. Growth demands that you lean into the discomfort. That you see resistance not as a wall, but as a stepping stone. Think of a seed buried in the ground. Before it ever breaks through the soil, it has to push against the darkness, stretch through the pressure, and expand in ways it never has before. The same is true for you. If you're going to build the strongest mindset, you must be willing to grow through what you go through. The adversity you face is not there to defeat you, it's there to define you. It starts with how you frame your challenges. Too often, people see obstacles as signs to stop. But a strong mindset says, this isn't the end, it's part of my preparation. Every setback is a lesson. Every delay is an opportunity to strengthen your patience and sharpen your resolve. When you face rejection, remind yourself this is redirecting me to something greater. When a door closes, it doesn't mean the building is locked. It just means you might need to find another way in. You've got to train your mind to see the opportunity in the opposition. Think about the greatest achievements in history. None of them came without struggle. The innovators, the visionaries, the trailblazers, they didn't just wake up with success handed to them. They fought for it. They endured sleepless nights, faced ridicule, battled uncertainty, but through it all, they refused to let their circumstances define their destiny. They built a mindset that said, no matter what comes my way, I will not stop until I see this through. And that same strength is within you. Don't let the noise around you distract you from the voice inside of you that says, keep going, the world is filled with negativity, with people quick to tell you what you can't do. But don't let their doubts become your reality. Their opinion does not define your potential. What does? Your mindset. You must guard your thoughts like a treasure because they shape the actions you take. If you allow fear to dominate your thinking, you'll find yourself hesitating, holding back, playing small. But if you feed your mind with thoughts of courage, if you fill it with faith in your own ability to overcome, then you'll start to see possibilities where others see limitations. Your words are powerful too. Stop speaking defeat over your life. Stop saying things like, I'll never make it, or this is too hard, or I'm just not good enough. Those words create change around your potential. Instead, declare, I'm capable, I'm determined, I am more than enough, even if you don't fully believe it yet. Speak it anyway. Because what you repeatedly say to yourself, you'll eventually come to believe. Let me remind you, building the strongest mindset doesn't happen overnight. It's a daily commitment. It's waking up every morning and choosing to take control of your thoughts instead of letting them control you. It's catching yourself in moments of doubt and flipping the script. It's deciding that your dreams are worth the effort, the pain, and the discipline required to achieve them. And yes, there will be moments when it feels like you're not making progress, times when you've been working, pushing and striving, and yet it seems like nothing is changing. But that's when you have to trust the process. A strong mindset understands that growth isn't always visible. Just like a seed growing underground, your efforts are creating roots that will one day support the incredible life you're building. You might have to go through seasons of isolation, times when people don't understand your vision, when they question why you're working so hard, why you're willing to sacrifice so much. But let me tell you something, not everyone will see what you see. Not everyone will understand the dreams you've been given. And that's okay. You don't need their validation to move forward. What you need is the courage to stay committed, even when you're the only one who believes in your vision. Think about the stories you've heard of people who overcame insurmountable odds. What's the common thread? It's not that they had more resources, more connections, or even more talent. It's that they had an unshakable belief in themselves. They refused to quit, even when quitting would have been easier. They chose to rise, even when the weight of their struggles tried to pull them down. And you can do the same. Start telling yourself a new story. Stop replaying the failures of your past and start envisioning the victories of your future. See yourself succeeding, see yourself thriving, see yourself becoming everything you were created to be. Because if you can see it in your mind, you can hold it in your hand. Remember, it's not about perfection, it's about persistence. You don't have to have it all figured out. You don't have to get it right every time. You just have to keep showing up. Keep putting one foot in front of the other. Keep moving forward, no matter how slow it feels, because every step you take, no matter how small, is bringing you closer to the life you're meant to live. And as you continue this journey, surround yourself with people who lift you up, people who challenge you to be better, who celebrate your wins, and who remind you of your worth when you forget it. Protect your energy. Distance yourself from those who drain your spirit or feed your doubts. Your environment matters, and a strong mindset thrives in a positive, supportive atmosphere. But most importantly, remember this: you are stronger than you think. You are more resilient than you realize. And no matter what you face, you have the power to rise above it. So force yourself to do the hard things, the uncomfortable things, the things that scare you. Because on the other side of fear is freedom. On the other side of effort is greatness. And on the other side of doubt is a version of you that you've only dreamed of becoming. The work is hard, but the reward is worth it. Keep going. Let me tell you something else. The battles you're fighting today are not just about the challenges in front of you. They're about preparing you for the greater victories ahead. Every struggle is equipping you, every hardship is refining you, and every obstacle is shaping you into someone stronger, wiser, and more capable. You see, the process isn't meant to break you, it's meant to build you. And when you lean into that process, you discover strength you didn't even know you had. But here's the catch: building the strongest mindset requires a decision. Not once, not twice, but every single day. It's a choice to focus on what you can control instead of what you can't. It's deciding that no matter how heavy the burden feels, you're going to carry it until you reach the other side. It's looking in the mirror and saying, I may not be there yet, but I'm closer than I was yesterday. Discipline is key in this journey. Discipline is doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like doing it. It's showing up when you're tired, staying consistent when you're tempted to quit, and pushing yourself to give your best when no one else is watching. Discipline is what separates those who merely dream from those who achieve. And the beautiful thing is, discipline can be cultivated. It's a habit that grows stronger every time you choose to act in alignment with your goals, even when your feelings tell you otherwise. Your mindset is like a garden. If you don't tend to it, weeds will grow. Weeds of fear, doubt, and negativity. They don't need permission to take root. They'll grow automatically if you're not intentional. That's why you have to be vigilant about what you allow into your mind. Guard it fiercely. Be selective about the books you read, the voices you listen to, and the company you keep. Surround yourself with positivity, inspiration, and wisdom, because what you plant in your mind will determine what you harvest in your life. When setbacks come, and don't see them as reasons to stop. See them as teachers. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this? How can I grow through this? Every failure carries a lesson. Every delay has a purpose, and every detour is preparing you for something greater. When you embrace this perspective, you stop being a victim of your circumstances and become the architect of your destiny. Don't let fear paralyze you. Fear is a thief. It steals your potential, your joy, and your future. But here's the thing about fear. It only has power when you let it. Most of the time, fear is just a story we tell ourselves about what might go wrong. But what if you flipped the script? What if instead of fearing failure, you started imagining success? What if instead of focusing on what you might lose, you focused on what you stand to gain? Fear loses its grip the moment you confront it, the moment you decide to take action despite it. And let's talk about perseverance. The road to building a strong mindset isn't a straight line. It's full of twists, turns, and unexpected challenges. But those who persevere, those who refuse to give up, are the ones who ultimately succeed. Perseverance isn't about never falling. It's about always getting back up. It's about having the tenacity to keep moving forward, even when the odds are stacked against you. And the more you persevere, the stronger you become. Each time you overcome a challenge, you build a reservoir of strength and confidence that will carry you through future battles. Now, I want you to think about your goals, those dreams that ignite a fire in your soul. They're not random. They were placed within you for a reason. But dreams alone won't get you there. You need action. You need focus. You need the resilience to keep going when progress feels slow. There will be times when your vision feels distant, when the gap between where you are and where you want to be seems impossibly wide. But let me remind you, small steps taken consistently lead to big results. It's not about how fast you move, it's about continuing to move. Don't compare your journey to anyone else's. Comparison is a trap that will rob you of your joy and distract you from your purpose. Your journey is uniquely yours. The challenges you face, the lessons you learn, and the victories you achieve are all part of your story. Stay focused on your path and trust that everything you're experiencing is shaping you into the person you're meant to be. And when you feel like giving up, remember why you started. Think about the person you're becoming, the lives you're going to impact, and the legacy you're building. Let that vision pull you forward. Let it be the fuel that keeps you going when your energy runs low and your motivation wavers. Gratitude is another powerful tool for building a strong mindset. When you focus on what you're thankful for, you shift your perspective. Gratitude turns what you have into enough and helps you see the good in every situation. Even in the midst of challenges, there's always something to be grateful for: a lesson learned, a moment of growth, or simply the fact that you're still standing. Gratitude doesn't erase the difficulties, but it gives you the strength to face them with a positive attitude. And let's not forget the importance of patience. We live in a world that celebrates instant results, but true success takes time. Building a strong mindset is a process, not an event. It's about showing up day after day, putting in the work, and trusting that the results will come in due time. Patience is the ability to stay committed to your vision, even when the progress is invisible. It's the faith to keep going, knowing that every effort is bringing you closer to your goal. Remember, the strongest mindsets are built through adversity. The struggles you're facing now are not there to defeat you, they're there to develop you. They're refining your character, strengthening your resolve, and preparing you for the opportunities ahead. Embrace the process, trust the journey, and never lose sight of the incredible potential within you. You are capable of far more than you imagine. Keep pushing forward and let nothing stand in your way. So as you stand at the crossroads of who you are and who you are becoming, remember this: the power to build the strongest mindset is already within you. It's not in some far-off place waiting to be discovered. It's in the choices you make every day, the discipline you embrace, and the belief you cultivate in yourself. Your journey won't always be easy, but it will always be worth it. Each challenge you face, each fear you overcome, each step you take toward your goals is molding you into the person you were destined to be. So don't quit, don't settle, don't let doubt or fear hold you back. Rise with courage, persist with determination, and face each day with the knowledge that you are capable of achieving greatness. The strongest mindset is yours to build, and the life you've dreamed of is yours to create. Keep going and let your journey inspire the world.